Hey everyone, I hope you all watched the previous video. To start the first question is the energy that can harness heat stored below the Earth's surface is known as. The answer is geothermal energy. Okay, geothermal energy is the heat from the Earth. Okay, it's clean and sustainable. Resources of geothermal energy range from the shallow ground to hot water and hot rock found a few miles beneath the Earth's surface, and down even deeper to the extremely high temperatures of molten rock called magma. Okay, the temperature of boiling water in a steam engine may be high because the answer is option C. There is a high pressure inside the boiler. Okay, the temperature of boiling water in steam engine may be high because there is a high pressure inside the boiler. Okay, so the answer is option C. An instrument used to measure humidity is. Answer is hygrometer. Okay. Hygrometer is a weather instrument used to measure the amount of humidity in the atmosphere. Okay. Fat can be separated from milk in a cream separator because of. Answer is centrifugal force. Okay. When the milk is churned vigorously, the cream from it is separated out due to the effect of centrifugal force. As when liquid of different specific gravities revolve around the same distance and with the same angular velocity, then a huge centrifugal force is exerted on the heavier than on the lighter one. Okay. A transformer a transformer work with a transformer work with answer is alternate current only. Okay. Transformer works with alternate current. AC changes with time. It produces a AC means the alternate current. Okay, alternate current changes with time. It produces a varying magnetic flux while flowing through the primary winding, which induces EMF in the secondary coil. Okay, the reason is that transformers work via induction of electrical forces by changes in magnetic fields. Okay, so the constant fields produced by DC currents won't work at all. In the earth, the weight of a body is maximum at the. So the answer is maximum at poles. Okay. So the earth is not completely spherical, right? The maximum gravity of the earth acts on center of the earth or say surface, right? From center to poles, the distance is less than equator. As the weight of the body on the earth's pole is greater than the earth's equator, right? The technique of collecting information about an object from a distance without making physical contact with it is. So the answer is remote sensing. Okay. Remote sensing is the process of detecting and monitoring the physical characteristics of an area by measuring its reflected and emitted radiation at a distance from the targeted area. Okay. Special cameras collect remotely sensed images of the Earth, which helps researchers sense things about the Earth. Okay, The head mirror used by ENT doctors is answer is concave. Okay. Head mirror is mostly used for examination of the ear, nose, and throat. Okay. It comprises a circular concave mirror with a small hole in the middle and is attached to a headband. Okay. Direct conversion of solar energy with the use of a photovoltaic cell results in the production of answer is electrical energy. Okay. A solar cell or a photovoltaic cell is an electrical device that converts the energy of light directly into electricity by the photovoltaic effect. Okay. Which is a physical and chemical phenomenon, right? Inside an artificial satellite feels weightlessness because the force of attraction due to Earth is zero at that place. Okay, you would feel weightless on any satellite, whether the natural or artificial, as long as that satellite is too small to have significant gravity of its own. Okay, if you fall off a building, you will feel weightlessness until you hit the ground, right? Okay. A particle dropped from the top of a tower uniformly falls on ground at a distance which is equal to the height of a tower. Okay. Which of the following paths will be traced by the particles? So the answer is parabolic. Okay. If a particle is dropped from the top of a tower uniformly falls on the ground at a distance which is equal to the height of tower, then a parabolic path will be traced by a particle because when the particle is dropped, that point is called the point of projection, and when it is reaches the ground, that point is called the point of impact. Okay. Now, if the points is met with one another, the curve emerges is parabolic in nature. Okay. As we can say that the path followed by the particle is of parabolic trajectories. Okay. Electron microscope was invented by the invention of electron microscope by Max Knoll and Ernst Ruska. Okay. So the answer is Knoll and Ruska. Okay. When a bottle of scent is kept open in a corner of a room, its odor is felt in all parts of the room. This is due to the phenomenon of. So the answer is here diffusion. Okay. In the case of perfume is very volatile. Okay. This means it easily changes from a liquid to gas at room temperature. When you spray the perfume, tiny droplets of the liquid are atomized into the air, where they quickly evaporate. The gas particles move randomly about, diffusing into surrounding air in the room, becoming more dilute as they spread out. Soon the entire room contains some of the perfume molecules. This is also true for the order of shrunk, okay, protein eggs and leaking natural gases. Okay, clear nights are colder than cloudy nights because of. So the answer is because of radiation. Okay, this is true even during complete overcast conditions because the clouds are generally colder than the air at the ground. These clouds in effect reduce the radiation imbalance between the upward flux from the ground and downward flux from the atmosphere. relative to that on a clear nights. Okay. Speed of sound is greatest in speed of sound is greatest in which of the following? So the answer is glass. Okay. Sound travels faster in liquids than in gases and faster in solids than in liquids. Okay. The greater the elasticity and the lower the density, the faster sound travels in a medium. Okay. In air, for example, the speed of sound increases with an increase in temperature. Okay. For air, the sound speed is about 330 meters per second under ordinary conditions. Most typical glass materials end up with sound speeds of 2000 meters per second to 6000 meters per second, depending both on the type of glass and the type of sound. Okay. A gas thermometer is more sensitive than a liquid thermometer because a gas does not change state easily. Okay. So the answer is option D. Gas thermometers are more sensitive. Okay. These are more sensitive to change in energy than liquids. That is to say, the same amount of energy will cause a greater amount of temperature change in gas than in a liquid of the same substance. Okay. Temperature isn't a real property and neither is a heat. Gas does not change its state easily. Okay. Which one of the following is used for sunglasses? Answer is Crookes glass. Okay. In this glass, mainly cerium oxide is present, which sharply absorbs the ultraviolet rays from the sunlight. So, utilized in making sense of the eyeglasses. Okay. Here, the cerium oxide formula is CiO2. Okay. Cerium oxide. You may get question related to this also. Okay. The speed of light to the rise in temperature of medium. So the answer is remain unaltered. Okay, it doesn't change. If we heat the object, the particle within an object gets heat up, moved in different direction due to temperature rise. But light has wave particle duality, so we can't say definitely it acts as a particle when interacting with the heat addition process. Okay. Besides, it has a very light mass, even though it get heat up, there is no change in the momentum. Okay. Clothes keep us warm in winter because. So the answer is because they prevent the heat of the body from escaping. Okay. Cotton cloths are thin and do not have space in which air can be trapped. Thus, cotton cloths do not prevent heat coming out of our body. Okay. Woolen cloths keep us warm during winter because wool is poor conductor of heat and it has air trap in between the fibers. Okay. And thus prevent the heat of the body from escaping. Okay. In a refrigerator, what produces the cooling? Answer is none of the above. It has a compressor that runs the refrigerant up to a high pressure, right? This causes the gas to both heat up and condense. Then there are cooling coils typically on the back of the refrigerator, right? Where refrigerant is sent to cool down. Once the pressure is off, the liquid evaporates, become very cold. Okay. Why are we able to hear shortwave broadcast better than the long wave broadcast? So here the answer is short waves are more energetic than long waves. Okay, short wave broadcasts are made by nearby radio stations by convection. Short waves are made for long distances, whereas long waves are reserved for short distances. Okay, when the barometer reading dips suddenly, it is an indication. It is an indication of storm. Okay, if the reading is going down very fast, then it's an indication of storm within 5 to 6 hours. Otherwise, a slow downfall of reading suggests a low pressure area is passing in a nearby region. It may rain. Okay. Good conductor of electricity is. So the answer is graphite. Okay. Graphite is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay. This is because, like metals, graphite contains delocalized electrons. That means free electrons. Okay. The carbon-carbon bond allows for free movement of electrons. Okay. Which of the following is a non-renewable source of energy? Answer is coal. Okay. All fossil fuels are non-renewable, but not all non-renewable energy sources are fossil fuels. Coal, crude oil, and natural gas are all considered fossil fuels because they were formed from the buried remains of plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. Okay, so the answer is coal. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy during the photosynthesis. Okay, photosynthesis in plants converts solar energy into chemical energy using electrons and protons from water. The process of photosynthesis in plants involves a series of steps and reactions that use solar energy, water, and carbon dioxide to produce organic compounds and oxygen. Okay. The term equinox means the term equinox means when the day and night are e- of equal duration. Okay. So the answer is C. Okay. The time when the sun crosses the plane of Earth's equator, making night and a day of approximately equal length all over the Earth and occurring about March 21st. Okay, it is vernal equinox or spring equinox, and one more date is there, September 22nd. That is autumn equinox. Okay, so remember these two dates, March 21st and September 22nd. Okay, heat from the sun reaches the earth by radiation. Everyone knows this, right? The sun heats the earth through radiation. Since there is no medium like gas in our atmosphere, there is no medium in space. So radiation is the primary way that heat travels in space. When the heat react, I mean, when the heat reaches the earth, it warms the molecules of the atmosphere and they warm the other molecules and so on. Okay. In which of the following cases kinetic energy is being used in performing work? So the answer is driving a car to cover a distance. Okay. Kinetic energy is the energy an object has because of its motion. Okay. If you want to accelerate an object, then we must apply force. After work has been done, energy has been transferred to the object, right? And the object will be moving with a new constant speed. Thus, driving a car to cover a distance, kinetic energy is being used in performing work. Okay. Which of the following parts of the sunlight makes the solar cooker hot? So the answer is infrared. So here a solar cooker lets the UV light rays in and then converts them into longer infrared light rays that cannot escape. Okay. If the velocity time graph of a particle is represented by y equals to mt plus c, then the particle is moving with a constant acceleration. Okay. So the answer is C. If the velocity time graph of a particle is represented by y equals to mt plus c, then the particle is moving with constant acceleration. Okay. Which of the following occurs first? Which of the following occurs first? So the answer is Guglielmo Marconi sent out the first wireless signals. Okay. A passenger stands in a bus is thrown outward when the bus takes sudden turn. This happens due to the inertia of motion. Okay. It's because of inertia, which is simply the tendency of any body to continue on whatever path it's traveling unless acted on by an external force. Okay. For a standing passenger, his body will tend to continue along the straight line route the bus was traveling before the sharp turn. As the passenger feet are fairly firmly located to the floor of the bus when it turns, a force will act upon the passenger's feet, accelerating them towards the center of the turn. Okay. Then the result, the feet no longer be under the center of gravity of the passenger, and he will appears to fall outward. Okay. When pressure is increased, the melting point of ice is decreased. Okay. If we increase the pressure on the ice, the ice water system wants to try to lower it again. It can do that by making itself fit into a smaller volume. But since water fills a smaller volume when it is liquid rather than solid, right? It will go to a lower melting point, allowing more solid to become liquid. Longitudinal waves cannot travel through. Longitudinal waves cannot travel through vacuum. Okay. The reason sound can't travel through a vacuum is that sound needs a medium, like solid, liquid, or gas, with real vibrating molecules. Okay, and not because of its longitudinal. Electrostatic precipitator is used to control the pollution. So the answer is air. Okay, originally designed for recovery of valuable industrial process materials. Electrostatic precipitators are used for air pollution control, particularly for removing particles from the waste gases at industrial facilities and power generating stations. Okay. Tungsten is used for the manufacture of the filament of an electrical bulb because it has a very high melting point. So option D. Okay. What is the wavelength of visible spectrum? Answer is option B. Okay. Visible light ranges from about 4,000 angstroms to 7,000 angstroms. In fact, the colors that make up visible light, like red, blue, and green, and their complements violet, yellow, and orange also have their own ranges of wavelengths. Okay. Who measured the velocity of light first? Answer is Romer. Okay. Measuring the speed of light with Jupiter's moon, the first real measurement of the speed of light came about half a century later, in 1676, by Danish astronaut Ole Roman. Okay. When a vehicle passes, TV reception gets distorted. This is because of the spark plug creates electromagnetic disturbances. Okay. So the answer is option B. It is called multipath interference. Okay. What happens is that in addition to the direction transmission, you get a second signal that is reflected off the passing vehicle. Okay. And which interferes with the primary signal. Okay. The energy emitted by the sun is due to the nuclear fission. Okay. The sky appears blue because of the scattering of light. Okay. Blue light is scattering in all directions by the tiny molecules of air in atmosphere. Blue is scattered more than the other colors because it travels as shorter, smaller waves. Okay. Dynamo is a device for converting mechanical energy into electrical energy. Okay. So the answer is B. A dynamo is an electrical generator that produces direct current using a commutator. Okay. A commutator is a device that reverses the direction of current. The dynamo uses a wire coil that rotate, creating a magnetic field. This action converts the mechanical energy of the rotation to a direct electrical current. Okay. The best example is in olden days we're using the dynamo on the back of the cycle, right, to light up the lamp. Okay. I think everyone seen that. All rises up the within a lamp because of capillary action. Okay. Because of the capillary action phenomenon. Okay. Capillary action is the ability of a liquid to flow in narrow spaces without the assistance of external force like gravities. Okay. The atmosphere ultraviolet rays are absorbed by oxygen. Okay. So following metals is used for the manufacture of heating elements providing electrical iron. Answer is nichrome. Okay. In nichrome, 80% is nickel, 20% is chromium. Okay. An electron microscope gives higher magnification than an optical microscope because the wavelength of electrons is smaller as compared to the wavelength of visible light. Okay. Hydraulic brakes used in automobile is direct application of Pascal's law. Okay. Hydraulic brakes works on the principle of Pascal's law. According to this law, wherever pressure is applied on a fluid, it travels uniformly in all directions. Okay. Therefore, when we apply force on small piston, pressure gets created, which is transmitted through the fluid to a larger piston. Okay. Wherever mesons found a cosmic rays. Okay. Outside the nucleus, mesons appear in nature only as short-lived product of very high energy collisions between particles made of quarks such as cosmic rays and ordinary matter. Okay. Plants are dried up in winter due to frost because there is mechanical loss of tissues and drought condition prevails. Okay. So the answer is option D. For a body moving with non-uniform velocity and uniform acceleration. So here the answer is displacement time graph is non-linear. Okay. A body is said to be moving with uniform velocity when it has no acceleration, which means that neither the speed nor the direction of the object are changing with respect to the time, while the body is said to be moving with the non-uniform velocity. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.